Today's number 1, defense. If your team decides to stay in defense, there are a couple of important requirements for success. First, your defense line should be without breaches and all possible enemy offense routes should be covered with your team's firing sectors. Second, holding the key points is crucial. Hold observation posts, high grounds, choke points, and strongholds at all costs. Third, ideally, your team should be divided into defensive groups. Say, for example, 1 tank destroyer, 1 heavy tank, and 2 light tanks per each group, with light scout vehicles doing scouting duties. And fourth, your defense plan should have safe retreat routes. Defense should have appropriate depth. That means you should have good defensive positions to retreat to, in case if you should retreat under enemy's pressure. Number 2, offense. Requirements for successful offense are: first, crushing and holding key points on the battlefield. Second, fire concentration. Concentrate your fire to the key points and eliminate first enemies with the less amount of health and most dangerous ones. And third, don't just run and hurry, but play calm, tactically right, and do not rush so much that you put yourself behind enemy lines. That applies to assault groups as well. Don't go so fast, so far behind enemy lines. Best option is to go together as flexible assault group and perform so-called fire and movement tactic. We already talked about that in previous videos, but if you missed that, go ahead and check it out. Number 3, ambush. This type of tactics is performed quite often in tank games. Say when inexperienced or greedy players chase an enemy for points and finally find themselves in a tank destroyer's killing zone and being shot or injured. That's an ambush. Or say, if you purposely capture enemy's base and then leave it and then hide nearby to snipe for enemy, it's an ambush. Or again, if you are sitting in a concealed position and waiting for enemy to approach, it's again ambush. There are a few requirements for successful ambush. First, your vehicle should be concealed. Second, ideally, your first shot should make damage. Third, you should have good retreat ways and defensive position to retreat to in case if ambush fails. And fourth, if your ambush choke point. If possible, try to kill first those who are hiding behind advancing tanks. Their wreckages will be behind advancing tanks and will not block your aim sight, and advancers will not be able to use it as a cover straight away. And second, if advancers will decide to fall back, those wreckages will be additional obstacle to move around, disallowing them retreat in straight reverse, which again will increase chances that you will be able to target side armor of the retreating vehicles. Number 4, reconnaissance. In tank games we call it scouting. Reconnaissance is sacred grail of any tactic you choose. The more you know about your enemy, the better it is for you. Having alive scouts is valuable asset. So first of all, don't be suicide. Do not just blindly speed through enemy ranks. They will kill you anyway. And believe me, you will not get many points as well. Second, if you play with scout vehicle, then damn it, scout. Do not sit in tank destroyer spots, do not go to the choke points, hide somewhere in a good observation spot and do reconnaissance. And third, Do not ignore minimap pings. Help your allies. Stay alive. Go scout areas allies are pinging on and rip spotting and spotting damage points. Good tactic is safe movement from bushes to bushes, quick leaning out just a little bit over the hilltop and rolling back. Use ditches, rocks and other decent obstacles to hide behind if you are spotted. If you went too far behind enemy lines with your scouting vehicle, in my opinion you have three options. Option 1. Retreat as soon, as fast and as safe as possible to regroup. Option 2. Hide deep in enemy's side of the map, say corner, and try to do recon from that. Option 3. If you cannot neither successfully hide, neither successfully retreat, engage and cycle or zigzag enemies nearest scout or any light armor. It might be suicide, but what else you can do? Then at least try to do some damage to the enemies as much as you can. Number 5. Guides and tutorials. To learn more, browse the internet, read game guides, search wiki pages of games you are playing, use forums, watch YouTube, and of course, subscribe to Tank Zone, because in coming videos we will talk about lots of different stuff. So, subscribe and follow up. But now let's do a quick recap. Ideally, defense should have appropriate depth and ways of retreat. Do not just run in offense. Play calm and tactically. Concealment, terrain advantage, and concentration of fire are important for ambush success. Perform reconnaissance safely, wisely, and actively. And use online guides, wiki pages, and YouTube channels to educate yourself. As this is the last episode of this tutorial session, I would like to ask you to leave some comments and suggestions about topics, video series, and other stuff you would be interested to watch. Currently I'm working on other tutorials and review videos, so subscribe to be first to check them out.